Still checking my phone for a ghost of a text, counting the seconds, just wondering what's next. The coffee is cold and the house is too quiet. I'm trying to scream, but I'm stuck in a riot of silence. The pictures are gone, but the shadows still stay, and I can't find the words to make them go away. They tell me that time is a healer, a friend, but I'm standing right where the world had to end. And every move on feels like tearing a page from a book that I'm not ready to close at this age. 'Cause I cannot love the way that you breathe, and I cannot unsee you preparing to leave. Can't reach for your hand when the morning is gray, and I cannot find reasons to be okay. I'm holding a heart that's been hollowed and blue. I can do anything, but I cannot lose you. I walk past the park where we carved out our names. Now the wood is just rotting and feeding the flames. I see your reflection in windows of stores, but the glass is a wall and I'm not behind doors. It's the weight of me almost that's pulling me down. A king with no kingdom, just wearing a crown of thorns. I cannot unlove the way that you breathe, and I cannot unsee you preparing to leave. I can't reach for your hand when the morning is gray, and I cannot find reasons to be okay. I'm holding a heart that's been hollowed and blue. I can do anything, but I cannot lose you. They say let it go like it's easy to drop, like a heartbeat is something you just tell to stop. But you're stitched in my skin, you're the ache in my chest, and I'm failing the only survivor. I cannot unlove the way that you breathe, and I cannot forget how you looked when you leave. No, I can't reach for your hand when the morning is gray, and I cannot find reasons to be okay. I'm holding a heart that's been hollowed and blue. I can do anything, but I cannot lose you. No, I cannot. I just can't. I'm still here, but you're not. The shore is retreating, a line in the sand. I'm losing the touch of your steadying hand. The salt's in my throat and the air's getting thin. I don't know where the water ends and I begin. I'm treading the memory of how we once felt, watching the ice in my hollow chest melt. There's no lighthouse signal, no star in the sky, just the weight of the always that turn to goodbye. And I'm sinking down into this dark ocean of blue, drowning in reverie. I still love you. The pressure is heavy, the silence is deep. It's a graveyard of promises we couldn't keep. I'm miles below where the sunlight can reach, just a piece of the wreckage washed up on the beach, lost in the dark ocean of losing you. The currents are pulling me further away from the warmth of the kitchen and the light of the day. I see our reflection in the crest of a wave, a beautiful ghost that I couldn't quite save. I try to scream out, but the bubbles just rise, like the secrets we buried behind our tired eyes. Is there a bottom? Is there a floor? Am I just drifting forevermore? I'm swallowed by shadows, I'm cold to the bone. In the sea of together, I've never been so alone. Yeah. Sinking down into this dark ocean of blue, drowning in every I still love you. The pressure is heavy, the silence is deep. It's a graveyard of promises we couldn't keep. I'm miles below where the sunlight can reach, just a piece of the wreckage washed up on the beach, lost in the dark ocean of losing you. Going under, deep and wide, carried away by the relentless tide. In the dark ocean, just the dark ocean, nothing left but the blue. I wake up on the left side, reaching for the right, forgetting for a second that you left in the night. Then the weight of the morning comes crashing back in, and I'm back at the start where the losses begin. I put on the kettle, I pour out 2 cups. The habit is a hammer that never gives up. I'm a needle on a record that's scratched at the core, repeating the moment I go to the movies just to sit in the dark, but I see us in the lobby, leaving our mark. I close my eyes and the film starts to play, the highlight reel of the day you went away. Every I love you is a ghost in my ear. It's the only frequency I'm able to hear. Break the cycle, cut the line, give me back the pieces that used to be mine. But the gears are all rusted, the wheels keep on turning, and the bridge that I'm crossing is the one that is burning. Yeah, I'm stuck in an endless loop, a circular pain, walking through the sunshine like I'm standing in the rain. It's the same conversation, the same, it's not you. Over and over until my heart is black and blue. I'm running in place while the world moves ahead, replaying every single word that we ever said, in this endless loop of losing you again. It starts again, the sun goes down, I'm the only one left in this empty town, spinning around, spinning around, losing you again. I'm standing in the hallway where your laughter used to ring, but now the air is heavy with the songs we'll never sing. The walls are holding secrets that we whispered in the dark. Now they're just cold reminders, leaving a hollow mark. I reach out for the silence, like I'm reaching for your hand, but I'm just a drifter in a shifting, nameless land. The memory of your hello is starting to get thin. I'm losing where you ended and where I should begin. Now we're just fading, echoes in an empty upper room, a dying light that's flickering against the coming gloom. I'm chasing after whispers of a love that used to be, but the more I try to hold you, the less of you I see. Just a ghost of a feeling, a ripple on the sea. We're fading echoes, drifting away from me. I saw your favorite coffee shop was painted a new shade, just like the way the promises we gave began to fade. I try to call your image up to keep it sharp and clear, but the edges are all blurring with every passing year. It's the cruelest kind of leaving, when you're still inside my head, but the us we were is quiet, and the us we were is dead. Sound doesn't last forever, it travels till it breaks into the quiet. drifting away from me, getting softer now, moving further away, until there's nothing left of what I wanted to say. Just a whisper, just an echo, gone. I'm standing on the edge where the sky meets the sea, looking for the us that used to belong to me. The sun is dipping low, a bleeding golden red, like all the heavy words that we left unsaid. I'm checking the distance, I'm measuring the miles between your new life and my broken down smiles. You're chasing the sunrise on the other side of the world, while my flags of surrender are finally unfurled. I'm staring at horizons that don't have your face, trying to find a heartbeat in this empty space. You're the light I can't reach, the light I can't hold, watching our story turn bitter and cold. The further the more I'm alone in a world of horizons I've never known. I used to see forever when I looked in your eyes. Now I just see a limit to the beautiful lies. The ships are all leaving, they're heading for the blue, but there isn't a vessel that's going to you. I'm a stationary ghost on a shifting shoreline, waiting for forever that's no longer mine. Is it getting brighter where you're standing now? Did you break the fever? Did you make the vow? Because here in the dust, the shadows are long, and I'm still trying to find where I belong. And I'm staring at horizons that don't have your face, trying to find a heartbeat in this empty space. You're the light I can't reach, the light I can't hold, watching our story turn bitter and cold. The further I look, the more I'm alone in a world of horizons I've never known. It's getting dark, the light is disappearing. It's the silence of the ending that I'm finally hearing. just horizons, just the end of my view. Without you, I found your spare key in the back of the junk drawer, under the menus for the place we don't go anymore. It's a jagged little piece of a door that's been slammed, a heavy reminder of the way that we're damned. I went to buy eggs and I grabbed your favorite brand. Before I remember, there's no one to hold my hand. The world is a minefield of things you left behind, and I'm walking through the wreckage just to lose my mind. They're just hurtful reminders everywhere I turn, fuel for the bridges that I'm trying to burn. It's the song on the radio, the scent of the rain, the way the porch light flickers like it's feeling my pain. I'm a prisoner of places we used to go, haunted by the shadows of the you I used to know. Your hoodie's in the dryer, still warm from the heat, like a cool little trick, making my heart skip a beat. I saw a blue car that looked just like yours, and I felt the old habit of opening the doors, but the driver was a stranger with a different kind of smile, and I had to pull over and just sit for a while. Even the silence is shouting your name. Even the sunsets don't look quite the same. I'm trying to clean house, trying to sweep out the past, but the dust of forever was never meant to last. They're just hurtful reminders everywhere I turn, fuel for the bridges that I'm trying to burn. It's the song on the radio, the scent of the rain, the way the porch light flickers like it's feeling my pain. I'm a prisoner of places we used to go, haunted by the shadows of the you I used to know. Every corner, every street, another memory I wasn't ready to meet. Just hurtful reminders until there's nothing left of me. I'm standing in the middle of the crowd at the station, just a blur in the background of a conversation. I reached for the door and I let you walk through, but you didn't even notice I was looking at you. I'm wearing the shirt that you said was your favorite, holding a goodbye I'm too hollow to savor it. I'm shouting your name in a room full of glass, but the sound only shatters as the minutes all pass. 'Cause I'm becoming invisible. sat on the bench where we carved out our souls, but the wood's growing over the gaps and the holes. I passed by your window and I saw a new light where I used to keep watch in the dead of the night. You've painted the walls and you've changed all the locks, and I'm just the memory you left in a box. Is there a color for gone but still here, for the way that I'm drowning in every last tear? I'm a shadow of us in a world of just me, the loneliest thing that a person can be. Yeah, I'm becoming invisible, fading from view in the eyes that I used to see nothing but you. I'm a ghost in the kitchen, a breath on the pane, the part of the story that's washed out by rain. You're looking right through me, like I'm made of the air. I'm finally invisible, and you don't even care. Transparent, forgotten, a heart that's been traded. I'm invisible now, everything's faded. Can you see me? No. The coffee's getting cold on your side of the wood. I'd fix the silence in this kitchen if I only could. Your ghost is folding laundry in the hall upstairs, while I'm just tripping over shadows in these empty chairs. I keep checking my phone like it's gonna breathe, waiting for a hey that you'll never leave. And I'm losing my mind, just losing you. Everything we painted is turning a different shade of blue. It's the slowest kind of heart, half of a whole. Now I'm a fraction of the truth. God, I'm tired of the tragedy of losing you. I saw your sweater in the back of my car today. It still smells like the June before you walked away. I almost called your mother just to hear her voice, to ask if being lonely was a feeling or a choice. But the dial tone is steady and the room is wide, and there's nowhere left for all this love to hide. They say time is a healer, but time is a thief. It's stealing your face and it's feeding my grief. I'm reaching for a hand that isn't there to hold. See the way he looks at you, like he found a hidden prize. But I'm the one who memorized the maps inside your eyes. Before he knew your favorite song or why you hate the rain, I was the one who held your hand and carried all the pain. He's walking in the garden that I spent years trying to grow, but he'll never see the roots that run 1,000 miles below. He gets the version of you that's easy and refined, but he didn't see the pieces that I had to leave behind. I loved you first, before the world knew who you were, before you were him and I was just a her. I love the version of you that was scared and incomplete, back when we were just two kids on a dusty dead-end street. He might love you better, and he might love you long, but I loved you first, and that's why everything feels wrong. You're wearing that new necklace, the one he bought in June, and I'm still humming melodies to a long forgotten tune. He laughs at all your jokes like they're the best he's ever heard, but I'm the one who taught you how to speak without a word. It's a bitter kind of vanity, a selfish kind of grief, to know I wrote the prologue while he's turning every leaf. Does he know about the nightmare that keeps you up at night? Does he know just how to hold you till the world starts looking right? He's a lucky second comer, he's a winner by default, but I'm the one who locked the secrets in the center of the vault. I loved you first, before the world knew who you were, before you were him and I was just a her. I love the version of you that was scared and incomplete, back when we were just two kids on a dusty dead-end street. He might love you better, and he might love you long, but I loved you first, and that's why everything feels wrong. I was the original, he's just the sequel, but in your heart I guess we're not equal. I loved you first, I loved you most, now I'm just a ghost, the one who loved you first. The rain is tracing patterns on the cold window pane, like tears on a face that's forgotten its name. I'm staring at the dust motes dancing in the light, wondering where we lost the strength to keep up the fight. The clock on the wall is the only thing that moves, while I'm sinking deeper into these old hollow grooves. silence isn't empty, it's heavy and it's loud. It's the shadow of a memory wrapped in a shroud. In this mile for reflection, I'm looking back through glass, watching all the beauty and the wreckage as they pass. I'm a stranger to the person who used to be your own, just a statue in a garden that is overgrown. It's a soft kind of breaking, a slow motion fall. In this miracle reflection, I'm losing it all. I walk past the park where we carved out our names, but the bark has grown over and hidden the flames. It's funny how the world just continues to spin when I'm still stuck at the moment the ending began. I'm not angry or bitter, I'm just quietly gray, like the sky right before the sun fades away. Is it wisdom or weakness to miss you this much, to still feel the ghost of your hand in my touch? I'm a gallery of moments I can't visit again, a beautiful story written with disappearing pen. In this map of reflection, I'm looking back through glass, watching all the beauty and the wreckage as they pass. I'm a stranger to the person who used to be your own, just a statue in a garden that is overgrown. It's a soft kind of breaking, a slow motion fall. In this life of reflection, I lose, fading out, dimming down, searching for a heartbeat in this ghost of a town. Just a reflection, just a shadow, just the echo of us. I bought the tickets for that trip we planned in June, before the silence moved in and emptied every room. I still see the house we talked about on the edge of town, with a porch swing where we'd watch the sun go down. I'm holding on to blueprints for a life that won't be built, buried under layers of this almost and the guilt. It's not just the memories that are cutting me in two, it's the version of tomorrow that I only saw with you. I'm grieving out my missing future. A story stopped mid-page, like a bird that's lost its flight before it ever left the cage. I'm mourning the children that will never have your eyes, and the happy anniversaries and the morning sunrises. The hardest part of goodbye isn't what we put behind, it's the missing future that I'm forced to leave behind. I walk past the window of that bakery you like, and imagined us stopping there on a Sunday morning bike. I can see the gray hair in your beard and the lines around my face, in a parallel timeline where we're still in the same space. But the calendar is empty and the ink is all run dry on a million little moments that we'll never get to try. You took the someday and you took the down the road, left me with a heavy heart and a lighter, empty load. I'm staring at a horizon that doesn't have your name, and every path I take now feels hollow and feels tame. I'm grieving a missing future, a story stopped mid-page, like a bird that's lost its flight before it ever left the cage. I'm mourning the children that will never have your eyes, and the happy anniversaries and the morning sunrises. The hardest part of goodbye isn't what we put behind, it's the missing future that I'm forced to leave behind. No silver wedding, no growing old, no more stories left to be told, just a ghost of a life, just a missing future and a long quiet night. I'm reaching for the metaphors, but the ink is running dry, searching for a brand new way to tell you how I cry. But shattered glass and broken hearts are phrases on a shelf. I've used them all 1,000 times just talking to myself. My grief is like an old cassette hissing through the tape, looking for a fresh goodbye, a different kind of shape. I'm tired of the lonely nights and the empty space beside me, but the cliche is the only thing that's left here to guide me. 'Cause these are overused feelings, one thin at the seams, recycled heartaches and secondhand dreams. I'm crying the same tears that the poets always do, exhausted by the standard way of missing someone like you. It's a tired old rhythm, a beat that's lost its walked out in the pouring rain to hide the way I felt, waiting for the frozen ice inside my chest to melt. It's a movie scene I've seen before, a song I've heard too much, but I still feel the lingering ghost of your electric touch. Is there a word for pain that hasn't been stepped on by the crowd? Or is my silent suffering just getting way too loud? I want a tragedy that's mine, a wound that's uniquely deep, not these starlit promises I wasn't meant to keep. But the more I try to find a spark, the more the embers fade into the same old shadows that every lover's made. 'Cause these are overused feelings, worn thin at the seams, recycled heartaches and secondhand dreams. I'm crying the same tears that the poets always do, exhausted by the standard way of missing someone like you. It's a tired old rhythm, a beat that's lost its soul in these overused feelings. I'm losing all control. Just another sad song, just another broken heart, falling for the ending right back at the start. Overused, underloved, still just you. I'm sweeping up the kitchen floor at 3 a.m., finding bits of us I'll never use again. A shattered glass, a photo torn right through the seam, the jagged edges of a dying dream. I try to hold it all, but my hands start to shake. How much of a person is allowed to break? Now I'm just pieces scattered on the ground, looking for the heartbeat that I haven't found. You took the center, you took the light, and left me trying to fit the corners right. It's a puzzle with a hole where you used to be, just broken pieces of what's left of me. I see a fragment of your smile in the hallway mirror, the ghost of a ghost, it couldn't be clearer. One piece is angry, one piece is blue, the tree in an empty space. Now I'm just pieces scattered on the ground, looking for the heartbeat that I haven't found. You took the center, you took the light, and left me trying to fit the corners right. It's a puzzle with a hole where you used to be, just broken pieces of what's left of me. They say that time will smooth the sharpest edge, but I'm still standing on the broken ledge, waiting for a wind to blow me back together, or scatter me away into the dark forever. One piece for the road, one piece for the pain, one piece left out in the pouring rain. Just pieces, nothing but pieces. Nothing but pieces. I finally took your picture off the bedside frame, but the wallpaper's faded where I etched your name. The apartment is bigger than it was yesterday, now that your heavy boxes have been hauled away. I bought the wrong milk at the grocery store, forgetting I don't have to drink the 2% anymore. It's the habit of us that's the hardest to break, the ghost of a we and living great that I take. In the post-breakup silence, the clock is too loud. I'm searching for sun in a permanent cloud. It's learning to walk when the floor's made of glass, counting the seconds and watching them pass. I'm not single, I'm moving on, I'm just stuck in the past. Hosted to living with a ghost. My friends say I'm doing better, they say I look strong, but I still check the driveway when a car drives along. I wonder who gets the friends that we shared, who gets the stories of how much we cared. There's a hole in my routine where you used to fit, and I'm still trying to find a way to get used to it. Is there a word for the day after goodbye, when the tears have all dried, but you still want to cry? It's the end. just me and the post. The driveway's empty, the porch lights dim, the garden's dying where you used to trim. I walk through the door and the silence is loud, like a heavy fog or a restless cloud. I see your keys on the kitchen shelf. Now I'm just a ghost talking to myself. We built these walls out of promises and stone, but a house isn't real when you're standing alone. The windows are cracked and the fire's gone cold. The story ended before it was told. It's just a beautiful cage, a hollowed out throne. Welcome back to our unhappy home. The bed is a desert, too wide and too deep. I'm losing the secrets I wanted to keep. There's a mark on the floor where we danced in July. Now I just sit here and watch it go by. Every picture frame is a lie on the wall, showing two people who did